exciting, you guys. Your next comic came all the way from Virginia to be with you tonight. He's a regular at the Port, and he's here in Annapolis tonight. Give it up for the very funny Karan Singh!
Nice. I've never performed at the loading screen for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. This is great. No, I recently did a show in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Any of y'all ever been to Hanover, Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah, the home of the Utes chips. You know the Utes chips? Yeah, those chips in the variety packs that no one eats. No, I did a show over there, and it went good. Like, I had a couple of the audience members. It took me around the city. They showed me the strip club there. Side note, how do we feel about strip clubs? Yay or nay?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, cool. You're on a date. You shouldn't be talking about Like, I was never a fan of strip clubs, you know, because, like, I don't understand the logic of, like, ladies, just because you're naked, I gotta give you money, and I can't pull out my dick? And it's like, what are we doing here, you know? Like, I'm gonna go to the bar like someone who still believes in themselves, you know? Like, going to the strip club with your friends is just getting bricked up with the boys. Like, it's a very odd thing we do as a society, you know? And, like, have y'all ever seen, like, a regular at the strip club? It's never someone you aspire to be in life, you know? Like, I'm not going to say they haven't seen pussy in a long time, but they definitely haven't seen their kids, you know? How is that, you know? I had one of the regulars there over at Hanover, though, and, you know, he got, like, real drunk and, like, mad and kept on trying to, like, justify Hanover to me. Yeah, like, passionately, bro. He was just like, hey, let me tell you something, hey. People say Hanover is a small town. They say that Hanover is not on the map. Well, hey, let me tell you something. We got 2 McDonald's and 2 Walmarts in this city. And I'm like, that's 4 different parking lots you can overdose on fentanyl. I had one of the dudes who took me out, he tried to get me to go to the bathroom. He was like, yo, come to the bathroom. I got this orange-flavored cocaine I want to show you. And I'm like, I don't think we should be flavoring our cocaine. You know? Like, I'm not an economist, I'm not. But, like, we're probably in late-stage capitalism if we have a tropical flavor for our drugs. You know what I mean? Like, you know... Like, what coke dealer wakes up and thinks to themselves, you know what the people need? Citrus. We're gonna cure scurvy. Anyways, I did the orange cocaine. I'm pretty sure it was a crushed up Tic Tac. I'm pretty sure. I was mad as fuck, bro. I was like, yo, is this even cocaine? And mind you, these are audience members from a comedy show. So they just told me a joke. This man went, knock, knock. And I said, who's there? And he said, orange. And I'm like, this motherfucker. Orange who? And this man went, orange, you glad it wasn't fentanyl? I gotta get the fuck out of Hanover, bro. Now, I travel a lot for comedy. I do a lot of comedy in Baltimore, and you see how fentanyls really hit them. Like, I was driving down the road the other day, and there was someone doing, you know, the fent lean, the Michael Jackson smooth criminal lean, in the middle of the road. And he was standing there for like 5 minutes. I was in my car. And he was in the middle of the road, and it was like the saddest Mexican standoff I've ever been in my life. And he was just standing still. And like, have y'all ever seen like I Am Legend? You know those zombies, they stand very, very still until they see you. I was like, yo, I ran that motherfucker over. I was like, I'm gonna let the the homicide division of The Wire handle this? Now you go to a lot of weird places. One time I did a show in Pulaski, Tennessee. Any of y'all ever been to Pulaski, Tennessee? Yeah, not a big tourist town, Pulaski. This is a fun fact about Pulaski, Tennessee that the booker told me on the drive in. But he told me that Pulaski, Tennessee was known for being the birthplace of the KKK. Yeah, it was the first time in my life I did not want to pretend to be black anymore. So maybe there's some nuances to this race shit. I don't want this focus, you know? Because look, I don't know what the protocol for me is with the Klan, but I doubt it's much better. I saw how they did Bad Bunny, babe. I doubt they're going to look at me and be like, yo, let that Puerto Rican looking Arab go. I doubt they're going to give me that, you know? So I asked the booker, I was like, yo, don't you think that would have been pertinent information for me to know before I came out to Pulaski, Tennessee? And he's like, nah, bro, don't even worry about it. That was a dark past. Most of us are ashamed of it. I was like, most isn't good enough words. Most works for most things, but not the Klan. And like, I'm glad y'all are ashamed of it, but I'm ashamed every time I jerk off. I still do it, you know what I mean? It wasn't enough to win me over, is what I'm saying. But like, working the roads, you get used to working a lot of like sundown towns. Y'all know what I mean by sundown towns?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You get used to working a lot of sundown towns, and as an Indian, every time I'm in a city that I don't feel comfortable in, the first place I go to is a gas station. I don't know if you can tell, but that's the International Embassy of Indian folk. Hell yeah, my uncle renewed his visa there. So all I'm saying is 7-Eleven got the same colors as the Indian flag. In Pulaski, that bitch is a beacon for me. And I went to the first gas station I saw there, and there was an Indian dude working the counter, so I had to ask him. I was like, yo, bro, how the fuck did you make it all the way out to Pulaski, Tennessee? And he just told me he came with the gas station. I thought that was I told that joke one time in Winchester, Virginia. And y'all ever been to Winchester, Virginia?
No.
Yeah, another sundown town. I told that joke one time in Winchester, Virginia, and I had an audience member come up to me after the show. He's like, I like that joke, boy. She's like, I like that joke, boy. Them Indians, they buying up all the mom and pop shops. I'm like, I don't think Exxon is a mom and pop.